Hi guys, it's Kales, and I'm gonna tell you about 10 books that turned 10 in 2017. This video is gonna make you feel old. This was a really cool article that I ended up writing for the library that I work for, and I wanted to share it with you guys because I learned a lot, and yes, I felt really stinking old. So let's get started with 10 books that are turning 10 this year. The first one, and probably the most important, is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. Guys, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows is turning 10 this year. What? Like, that's insane. The Harry Potter series ended 10 years ago. I don't know how to fathom this. The book's 10th birthday is on July 21st, 2017, and I just don't know what to do. I feel like I want to throw a birthday party or something. Here's a fun one. A book that's already turned 10 on March 27th is City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. Yeah, that series started 10 years ago. That's unfathomable to me because now not only do we have Mortal Instruments, we have the Infernal Devices series, that's what it's called. Infernal Devices series, and now she's got Lady Midnight, and it's just like, this is still ongoing. Holy crap. Another one which is really timely actually is 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. 13 Reasons Why turns 10 on October 18th this year, and there's actually already a 10th anniversary edition that's out, and the series just came out on Netflix, which was produced by Selena Gomez, and I've heard a lot of things about it. I've never read this book. Actually, I've been very scared to, but I've been told I should, and I feel like that maybe this year is the year to do it, considering it's turning 10. And that's a pretty big milestone for a book. This book is turning 10 on August 7th this year, and that's Eclipse by Stephanie Meyer. Like, just thinking about 10 years ago and how obsessed I was with this series is hilarious to me that was 10 years ago and only the third one had come out yet. We hadn't even gotten to the horrific ending that was Breaking Dawn. Ugh, it just should have ended 10 years ago. That's just how it should have been, and Breaking Dawn should have never been a thing, but it was, unfortunately. Another book that's already turned 10 this year on January 2nd was Vampire Academy by Rochelle Mead, which is really funny and really cool to me. Again, this is another series that has expanded over the 10 years of getting 6 books in the Vampire Academy series. Then there's the Bloodline series, and she herself is creating more books which are outside of this vampire world, but the fact that she got a good like 11 or 12 out of them is really impressive, and the fact that people are still reading this book series is really cool. A classic that's turning 10 on September 12th is The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian by Sherman Alexie, and I have not read this book, but I do own it, and so it's on my list of books to read for this year, and I'm hoping to get to it soon because it sounds great, and everybody's like, how did you get through middle school without reading this book? And I'm like, well, it came out 10 years ago, and I was not in middle school 10 years ago, so there goes that. On October 2nd, Beastly by Alexander Flynn turns 10, and this is the story retelling of Beauty and the Beast, and this book came out like before the hype of fairy tale retellings, and so that's why I wanted to give it a special mention, because I feel like that it snowballed and started one of those trends, which is really exciting, and it was an interesting book. I liked the movie as well, but the whole story in of itself was a little weird. Trying to make Beauty and the Beast modern is an interesting thing, but he put some magic in there, so yeah, happy 10th birthday. Number 9 on my list is The Invention of Hugo Cabret, and this book already turned 10 on January 1st of this year, and I also have not read this book, but I loved the movie and was completely enchanted by it, and it makes me think that I need to read this book. Finally, last but not least on my list is The Titan's Curse by Rick Riordan, which is the 3rd book in the Percy Jackson series. The idea that 10 years ago, Rick Riordan was only coming out with book 3 of the Percy Jackson series, and now we've got the whole Percy Jackson series, the whole Heroes of Olympus series, not to mention the little like dip in his career that was the Kane Chronicles. Magnus Chase and the Apollo series is incredible to me. I love that this has developed over 10 years. He's such a successful writer, and he has brought me and my family together, which is such an accomplishment and so cool. And this one was actually one of my favorites in the series because we got to meet Zeus's daughter, and it's just great. So much fun to think that this was 10 years ago. Guys, this video has made me feel super old. I hope it's done the same to you, but I hope it's given you time to reflect on some of your classics and how books have stood the test of time. People are still reading these 10 books, and people are still talking about them, which is an incredible feat. Regardless of whether you like them or not, the fact that they have lasted this long is huge. So happy birthday to those books. Congratulations to those authors. Let me know down in the comments below if there's any other books that you know of that are turning 10 this year. I'd love to hear about them and add them to my list. Until next time, guys. Bye! And yes, I'm holding up my British copy because it was easier to grab than it is to get my US copy. my neighbors are doing their laundry and the washing machine likes to like shimmy itself forward. So that noise is in the background of my videos and it's just gonna be there.